Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about Jasmy. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Go down below, hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, if you can tap the like button, I would really appreciate it. Alright, Jasmy. On the weekly time frame. What do we got going here? So, last time, which was about 4 weeks ago, I've been MIA, moving a house and working on my business as inflation is taking over. But yeah, anyway, Jasmy, on the weekly time frame last time I talked about getting rejected off of this 382. We were working on that. For anybody who's new here, we've been following this falling wedge here. Had the breakout, came up. I said there was massive resistance at the 382, as you can see. On the left-hand side here, we've got multiple candles finding support at that 382. We weren't going to break above that on the first try. We got heavily rejected, came down, and actually right now we're under the 236 fib right here. So not all is bad, though. We'll take a look here in just a second. So we got to get back above that 236. We're fighting that right now. Are we going to do it this weekend? I don't know. I mean, first green candle on the weekly time frame. We've got 1 hour or 1 day and 18 hours on this weekly candle. Maybe next week we might get above that, or maybe we'll close the week out just barely above it, which would be a good sign for the coming week. But another good sign is that we take a Fibonacci from the bottom down here to the top. You can see that the retracement was nothing more than a 618 retracement here on the weekly time frame. That is pretty good. And if we go down to the daily time frame, we'll see that the trend directional down here has a recent green dot, is coming up to the 0 line, and it looks like it wants to break above the 0 line on the trend directional, just like we broke above the 50 line on the RSI on the daily time frame. So that is a good sign. We have this falling wedge that had formed right here. And we got the breakout right now. The target for this falling wedge is right around the 0058 level. We are on our way, which would put us above that 236 Fibonacci level. And let's get rid of this fib here. So yeah, that would put us right above that 236. So good sign. If we get above, hit our target there, come back down, and we can test this 236 as support to continue on our way back up to the 382. And I do believe next time we come up to this area here, the 382, I do believe we're going to break through it. It's just my opinion. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I think we'll get there. And actually, the timing for that would be perfect because we got the 200 daily EMA coming down, something like that. And if we can just work our way running into those two, probably get rejected a little bit, but I do think that we'll create that higher low and then get the breakthrough up above just like that. That's just kind of my prediction here, my estimate of what I think might happen. Time-wise, I'm not really sure. I mean, you can really just follow this 200 EMA. Probably going to line up perfectly with that 382 fib around the same time that we get up there in price. But we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, we got the breakout from this falling wedge here coming up. Got to get above that 236. Volume started to get a little bit higher here, but it is kind of tapering down a little bit. And that's because we're coming up to the 236 Fibonacci, also getting rejected. We zoom in a little closer. These lines here from this red, these two red lines here, the 21 EMA we got above, now we're hitting the 55 EMA, trying to get above that right now. And if we can turn this to blue like we have over here by breaking above this, that would be a good sign for the continuation to the upside. And like I said earlier, this is all just, this is all good. We just are hitting that 618 Fibonacci retracement down after getting rejected, which is good. We didn't even come down to the 786, so that's a pretty solid move here. Good continuation of the upside. And let's just see on a wave count form. I do believe that this is probably hitting our second wave. So if we're doing Elliott wave here, we got our 1, 2, and the next move is going to be the big one. So the next move, I mean, that would probably, the 3 would get us probably up to that, since we got rejected off the 382. My guess is maybe around the 0.5 for the 3. And then these are just estimates here. I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait and see. But so let's also do a fib extension here just real quick. So we'll go from the 1 to the 2. And yeah, we'll see that the one up here, I mean, usually on the 3 wave, you get up to the, oh, look at this, so that you get up to this 1618. So it actually could be something like this. For the larger macro Elliott wave here, there would be another smaller wave count in between this 3 wave here. Yeah, so, and actually the 4th wave would be normally a quicker wave. So since this was a long drawn out 2, normally if this was a shorter 2, the 4 wave would be a long drawn out 4. But since we had a long drawn out 2 wave, we can get a quick move to the 3, come back down in a real quick 4, and then move on up to the 5. And this actually, the 1618 is the target for the 3rd wave on this Elliott wave count here, which actually lines up perfectly with the 786 fib retracement level. So that's something to pay attention to. And then possibly the 5th wave coming all the way up to the resistance that is right here, which would be where I've got my larger macro fib drawn from. This is the top of the macro fib that I've got drawn. So coming up and hitting resistance there. And then from that point, possibly creating an ABC back down and then continuing on to the upside, which would bring us probably into later in the end of the year to maybe even 2024, sometime around that time, around this area. And then the larger bull run could probably take place in 2024, 2025-ish, something like that. But this is kind of what I see for the larger move for Jasmy. Could take some time. Wherever I put these wave counts, don't worry about that timing. This is just me drawing them on the chart. Could take quite a while, but this is kind of what I see for the future of Jasmy. Looking pretty good. And actually, if we do get up to this 5th wave all the way up here, from where we are currently, we're still looking at a good 877% move to that area. So this would be, in my opinion, not a terrible time to get back into Jasmy if you got out of it, or if you wanted to wait for the first pullback. This was the first pullback right here. And I believe that we completed a ABC here. So we had the A, B, and then the C right here. And if we use a fib extension here, yeah, you can see that it came down roughly to that 1618 on the C leg. So that, I believe, is complete, that C leg for the ABC. And now we're moving on to form our next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move on the 3rd wave here. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for Jasmy. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share with your friends, and I will talk to you later.